Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing again? I'm in to make another video. This is a sad video, very, very sad, but I want to come in and make a video about it and give my reaction. About 4 days ago, two homeless children froze to death while sleeping in the van with family in Detroit. Now, they were in the casino garage, from my understanding. The police Detroit said that two homeless children froze to death while they slept in a van with their family on Monday, while the city's mayor revealed that their mother had reached out to homeless services a few months ago. The two young children were a 2-year-old girl and a 9-year-old boy. Died Monday after the family pulled into the Greektown casino and parked on the ninth floor, police said. Several family members were living in the van, two children, two siblings, and their mother. So, along with the grandmother, was a grandmother's child were living in the van, according to Detroit. Let me say that again. Several family members were living in the van, the two children, their two siblings, and their mother, along with the grandmother and grandmother's child were living in the van, according to the Detroit police. So, from my understanding, the young lady, she had five children, and so two of them passed away. But in the middle of the night, when the temperature fell to a low mid-teens outside, around 17 degrees Fahrenheit, the van stopped running due to some sort of mechanical reason or running out of gas. And so the mother called a family friend to come help, police said. Then at around noon on Monday, the mother noticed that the 9-year-old boy was not breathing. The family friend took the child to the hospital, but the children's grandmother reported that the 2-year-old was not breathing as well. Police said that the friend returned to the parking garage to take the girl to the hospital. Based on what has transpired, both children died due to hypothermia. That's when your body gets too cold and the oxygen level and all of that stuff goes out. And interim police chief Todd Briston said on Tuesday press briefing, he said that the Wayne County Medical Examiner Office will ultimately determine the cause of death. Three of the children, ages 13, 8, and 4, were physically fine but were checked out in Detroit hospital. I feel very sad, especially as a father. I just can't imagine what the family is feeling. I wish it had and hadn't have happened. This was unnecessary. It didn't have to happen this way. He said that the children's mother was detained and has provided a statement, but is not in custody at this time. Detroit Mayor Duncan said Tuesday that the mother reached out to the city homeless response team at least 3 times back in December. Now, you guys keep that in mind. That's an important point. So she did reach out to homeless services at least 3 times back in November. In the course of the conversation, there was no resolution reaching on where they would go. Duncan said at the news briefing, he said that the incident was a terrible day for Detroit. He said the family did not call. He said the family did not call the city homelessness response team back after that November call, and the city never followed up with the family afterwards. For whatever reason, this wasn't deemed an emergency. Wow. Duncan said the mother told a staffer with the homeless response team that she was staying with a family but wouldn't be able to stay much longer. He said the family had called the city's homeless response teams 2 other times, once in the summer and once the previous year. Duncan said there were beds available at the shelter a few miles away from Greektown, Hollywood Casino. It's got to make us think everything that we're doing. The heartbreaking part of this is that They were family shelter beds available just a few miles away, Duncan said. It brings home the point that having services available doesn't mean very much if the residents who need it don't know how to access them. He says the city homeless services added 400 shelter beds this winter, going from 900 to 1,300. So, additionally, 120 drop-in beds were added, and homeless outreach workers were put 24-hour shifts so they wouldn't be able will be available around the clock for those in need. He said everything will be investigated around this case for housing standpoints. So this is really sad because I had seen a report on it, and the young lady she looked like she was just crying out. It's obviously she has stated in the interview that she had reached out to several people and she was turned away. Seems like to me, the city of Detroit and all these other cities, they got money for the illegals, but they don't have no money for the American citizens. It's the same when it comes to Section 8. They got money for the illegals for Section 8, but they don't have no money for illegals. American citizens is always supposed to come first. She said she reached out to several resources and nothing came of it. She wasn't successful. She even reached out, I'm assuming, to family members. They probably turned her away because she got 5 children. Y'all already know how people are when they got a lot of kids. Y'all just don't want to be bothered, or y'all may not have the space, but that's neither here or there. She did reach out to the father of the 2 children, and he claimed he made up all of these excuses. She asked him could he take those kids temporary or whatever, and he made every excuse under the sun not to take them kids and be responsible. He just really didn't want to be bothered. And now the kids are deceased. They were living in a car, in a van. I take that back, in a van, and they froze to death. And it is really sad to this is a sad story because her mother was staying there. Her mother couldn't help her, obviously, because she was staying in the van. And as far as the other 3 children, I don't know where those fathers are or the father. I'm not sure. But she did reach out to the one who she had this children by the same man, and he basically turned her away as though he didn't want to be bothered. And from my understanding, he stays in a really nice area. I mean, it is so sad. You just really, to me, you just avoided your responsibility. You just didn't want to be bothered. So basically, the blame goes on everybody. I mean, I don't know why when she went to them in November, they wasn't able to find her something, even if it's a room. Put her up in a room, and you could be at least you'll be in a room, a hotel room with your 5 children and your mother, and you're warm. You're not in a car where there's no heat, and then the gas run out. There's no heat, and then 17 below, it's cold. Your body temperature can only take so much. This is a really sad story. Very, very sad. From my understanding, the children there with children's services, their ages were between the ages of 5 and 13. Again, like I say, they took their van and they parked it. I guess they didn't want to be out there in the cold, but 17 degrees in a parking lot, that's just like being outside, because it's even though you're in a parking lot, it's openings, and the father, it's really sad. Police Detroit said that the 2 homeless children froze to death while sleeping in a van with the family on Monday. This is really sad. I mean, these cities, they got money for everything else. But like I say, when you come to them and try to get something as an American citizen, you're turned away. You can't get anything. You can't get anything. So this is really sad. I don't know. I don't think she's gonna be prosecuted because, again, like she said, she reached out to several services. She did the best that she could. I don't think she should be prosecuted. I really don't. I mean, I feel she did the best she could under the circumstances. Um, her not getting any help. This is just really a sad case, guys. You guys let me know what you think about this story. I'm sure all of you heard about it. Maybe some of you did. Two homeless children freeze to death while sleeping in a van in Detroit. This is really, really, really sad. Nobody has should go through anything uh like this at all. This is just really a sad story. So you guys, when you get a chance, listen to the video and drop me a comment and tell me what you think. I mean, everybody else is able to from come over here from all over the world and get money for free rent. They that what angers me the most. Everybody else come here and they get put up in hotels and stuff and pay nothing, but here it is, American citizens stay right here and can't get anything. You can't get nothing. And that to me is just horrible. Somebody needs to be held accountable. I think everybody should be held accountable. You know, uh they gonna make it seem like, oh, they're not at fault. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna try to make it seem like they're not at fault. You know, like I say, the mayor revealed that the mother had reached out to homeless services a few months ago. So she did reach out, and obviously, whatever they told her, they couldn't get her no services. Obviously, because they're more than packed up with the illegals. They're packed with the illegals. So, seven family members were living in the van: two children, two siblings, and the mother, along with the grandmother and the grandmother's child were living in the van. So, oh my God, this is just really and truly a sad story. Yeah, so the ages again were 13, 8, 4, and 4, and three other children, 13, 8, and 4. Then you got the 2-year old and the 9-year old. So she had 5 children. This is just really very, very sad. And I just feel like the father, he could have did his best to intervene, even if he could have gave them some money to stay in a hotel. He claimed in an interview that, oh, I think he mentioned something about he had to go to work or something to that effect. But I mean, were you giving her anything to help out with her? Maybe you could have put her up. I don't know. I don't know. I can't really call it. I don't want to speculate, but I sort of blame everybody. I don't even know if I could blame her to a certain extent, or maybe she should be blamed as well. But I definitely blame the father. I definitely blame the homeless services, where you call the city homeless response. I blame them. It's a possibility they may not have. They could have found somewhere for this mother with these 5 children to go. This is really unacceptable. So, guys, I'd like to know how you guys feel about this. What do you think? I know this is a very sad case. 2 children have lost their lives, and this is something that could have been avoided. We know this happened more times than one. Usually, it's children who are found dead if a parent leave them in the car in the summer. You know how they'll leave the windows rolled up, and then they'll run in the store, wherever they run in, they leave the kids up in there. So this is my first time hearing a case like this, where children were found. People sleep in their vehicles and vans all the time. A lot of people are homeless, but this is my first time initially hearing about children dying from the cold, hypothermia. So this is really sad. According to the police, the family was living in the van, they pulled into the casino around 1 a.m. 1 a.m. So the mother inside the van, along with 5 children, noted that one of the kids wasn't breathing, and the godmother came and picked up the children, transported them to the hospital. After the Detroit police called, it believed the 2 of the children had froze to death. This is really heartbreaking. This is really heartbreaking. Hey guys, you give me your input on it and let me know what you think about this. Who do you think is the blame of this? There is a criminal investigation. Criminal investigation has to happen. Child Protective Services also was involved, and um, The children mother was detained and has provided a statement, but is not in custody at this time. So yeah, so you guys give me your input on it, and hit the like video, share, and let me know what you think. Okay, guys, I'm ending my videos for today. I won't be back in. I think I made about 5 videos today, 4 to 5 videos. I'll be coming back in sometime next week, depending on what's hitting the news. It's like every day is something going on. Every day is something. It's something to talk about, right? It never go unnoticed. Every single day is something to talk about. Next week, I'll probably be talking about I don't know, next week wouldn't be the 25th, but the week after that, I'll be talking about the election over here in Dalton. I'm hoping Jason House come on in and win as mayor and they get Tiffany Henyard out. So I'll probably be talking about that in the next week or so to come, and then we'll just see what happened going forward. But again, guys, this is really a sad case. Bless those children. I pray that they in a peaceful, better place, because this is a story that could have been just totally avoided. Okay, guys, I'll talk to you soon, and you have a great evening. Take care. Bye bye.